And now the moment I've been waiting for. We're going to review Enemy, which is a movie with Jake Gyllenhaal and the
Mhm.
director Dennis Villeneuve. I'm
Yeah,
pronouncing
I
his
know.
name
I've been
wrong.
reading his name like Villeneuve. Yeah, I know
I'm
what you
definitely saying it
mean.
wrong, but he is the director behind a movie. Did we ever review the movie with Amy Adams and Hawkeye,
No,
Arrival?
no.
No.
Oh, he directed Arrival and he directed 2077. I keep wanting to say Cyberpunk. What's the name of that other movie? Blade Runner.
Blade
So we'll be
Runner.
talking about that today. Yeah, he directed Blade Runner, the sequel 2040, whatever it was. I didn't watch that one. You're gonna take my nerd card away from me for that one. So it's gonna be spoilers abound. We'll let you guys know last week we were talking about it, so hopefully you watched it. So what are you guys' thoughts on Enemy?
Go ahead, Ron.
All right, my dog, Cliff. This joint was extra dookie, bro. This joint was. I couldn't. All right, I'm gonna tell you what I told Dave right before we got on record. I had to watch this movie twice, bro, because I did not. I feel like I missed parts of the movie that just didn't exist. Like the big oof for me was when I'm not sure which part of Jake's one, which name it was. It might have been Anthony. That might have been Anthony, the actor.
Okay.
And he goes in to see also Jake, Adam, and he's complaining to him about the like, oh man, like he's like saying like accusing him of like, oh, you fucked my wife, blah blah blah, yada yada. And I was for sure thought, damn, I missed something. What happened? I missed some little small tidbit where they switched places or some goofy stuff. So I had to rewind the movie like 30 minutes just to rewatch, like literally with full intent, not blinking, just to make sure. And it never happened. So that whole scene to me was just like, what is this here?
Well,
Now this whole
he was accusing him to take him off center. Like it didn't happen, but the way that I'll let you cook first.
yeah, let
I'll
me
let you
cook.
cook.
Whip it in the pot. And so that scene right there just threw me all off. I mean, the whole movie itself was throwing me off because I just wasn't sure on why they were acting the way they were acting. Like, dude, y'all could be long lost twins or Siamese twins or whatever the case may be. Why are y'all literally like at each other's throat? And I understand, like, if the movie would have did that, it would have been a different completely movie. But it was like that kept bothering me the whole time. Like, okay, y'all brothers. And then when yet again I could be mixing these people wrong, but I'll just say the actor. When the actor's wife, pregnant wife, seen him, she was like freaking out, like at the school. She was just freaking
Hmm.
out. And in any normal setting, someone would be like, excuse me, you look just like my husband, or like, are y'all brothers? Like, or she would go home and tell him like, hey, like, I think I just saw like your brother or something, and that would be a very like normal response, and that's not what we got. Instead, she like sat in a corner and damn near cried for like on probably who knows how long. Telling me something, what is going on, what's happening. Well, clearly he must have a brother or a twin. That's what's happening. Why are you freaking out about this? And this movie just gave me way more questions than they had answers to, or at least that I didn't see, including the beginning and definitely that ending. That ending just blew my mind, first off, and it served no purpose that I could see. And I'm quite sure that it made you probably jump hard as hell because we know. And I'm just gonna just have to get this on a runnery dookie.
You want to go, Cliff, or
I mean, I have the answers for those questions, but I want to hear your response because it might be the same critiques or similar critiques.
everything Ron said, like I 100% agree with. Because like when you announced this movie that you wanted Enemy, like I was all for it. Because I think I told you like I've been wanting to watch this movie too, and I wanted to like this movie, but it's just a whole bunch of nothing happening. It led up to nothing, man.
Yeah,
The
yeah, I
the
agree with that.
beginning scene where I don't know what the hell they were doing in some like sex dungeon or whatever, dude. Like that wasn't explained to me. Like I don't know if it was Adam or Anthony. I'm assuming it was Anthony because the elevator scene, um, that where the guy who works at that hotel or whatever was saying, "Hey, I need to go back." Like I'm assuming they're referencing that one spot, so I'm assuming it was Anthony. And the whole like you banged my wife thing, like that, I got that right away. It was just a ruse. The dude's an actor. it was just a ruse to basically accuse him of something he didn't do to get him worked up so he can let him go bang his GF. That's all what that was. So that didn't really bother me as much. It's just like Ron said, the way they were acting about like having someone that looks like you. It's not uncommon if you have like a missing twin. It's not. And like same a piggyback what Ron said, because he pretty much saying everything that I want to say. It's just when they were at the school, she's looking at him like, are you a clone? Are you an
Right.
alien? Like,
Right.
why do you look like my husband? And then not one time does she go to her husband and be like, and just flat out say, do you have a twin? Is it possible that you have a twin? She kept saying, what's going on? Oh my God. Like it was some like supernatural phenomenon that was going on. Like it's possible that you just have a long lost twin that you guys got separated at birth. There's no reason for you to act like the way you are acting right now. Yes, you can act shocked. Yes, you can act surprised and act have those kind of feelings. But like to sit there and like I don't know, like I can't explain how she was. It's just she was acting like as if it was like supernatural
irrational.
or something. Yeah, like it was irrational. And then the whole scene at the end, like where how the guy got caught that it wasn't him with the girlfriend, a mark on your finger. Really,
Yeah.
bro?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Really,
Oh
bro?
yeah.
That's how you found out it wasn't him? A tiny mark on his finger?
His ring
Who
mark.
notices stuff like that, especially in that situation, having sex? So you staring at his finger? That's how you notice?
Yeah, I agree with that. I forgot all about that. Yeah, that bothered me a lot too. That bothered me a lot, bro. It bothered me so much.
But like that, like, and then like the acting was great. Like I love Jake Gyllenhaal. He's my dude. Like the acting
Yeah,
was great.
he's great. Dude.
The way it was shot was nice. Like
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed the setting of it and everything. And then like the end with the spider, dude, like some fucking boss out of Dark Souls, like out of nowhere. I agree with Ron. It's just I saw no reason for it.
What if I told you? Would it change
What?
your perception if I told you they were the same person?
I
There
I
was
I,
there
I
were no
googled that.
there were
Like
no
I
twins. They're the same person.
Right,
yeah, I
right.
googled it.
And
Oh, go ahead,
and
Ron.
yeah, real fast. And I can agree with that. And I wrestled with that thought the whole time. I wrestled with the idea that they were the same person living a double life or whatever the case may be the whole time. And that's why the wife was probably confused when she saw him because he was like, because when she calls him, he walks away. So who knows if he really answered? And I juggled with that. I fought with that idea, but I didn't feel like I was getting those vibes from the movie. I didn't feel
Well,
like I was.
his mother is the key when she says about him, like about his career, trying to
I
his
like his
fantasy of being an
blueberries and
actor,
whatnot.
being an actor. Yeah, he has a split personality, and his mind is fractured. That's why his wife responds that way and cries in that scene. And then when he sees his mother, she's like kind of confused. It's a lot of conversations in what he says in his lectures that allude to someone taking control in his apartment, the one that's all shitty with his girlfriend versus the one in his house that he's a lot more, put together and kempt. And then the whole wedding band thing. So it for me, I watched it. I watched it a while ago, and then I watched it again, and it was a lot more clear this time that they were the same person. And as far as the spider is, in nature, you know how spiders, the females usually the more dominant one as opposed to our in
Yeah.
human life. It's supposed to be the other way, supposedly. And the spider responds the way because at the end, when he gets the key, he decides in his mind to go back to his old ways of cheating on her and leaving his wife and not being committed. And the spider like kind of winces against the corner because it was to show that he's going back to his own ways and he's going to crush her like the sex dungeon when he's like the power over the spider to crush the spider.
Okay.
That's how I responded. That was and then it closes with the same line or the same that he gets in a phone call with his mother that he doesn't in the beginning. So that was a way of like closing
So
on that one.
when he died in the car crash, how was he still there
It
with
was
his
just
wife?
apparently it was just like in his. I think he just imagined that, and she was in a car crash. And also, I think it was some literary things that went around to like making it a little more like a movie. But of course, he didn't die. But that was
Right.
more so in his
Right.
imagination.
So I could see that where you're saying like in his mind, like he died, the other side of him died in a car crash, and now he's gonna be this loving husband.
Yeah.
But okay, so even the ring part then, like okay, what the fuck? How would she not know the ring then? The whole time he was messing with this other girl,
I mean,
or did
people
she?
cheat. People do that all the time. Literally, people do that all the time and find creative ways to hide it.
I agree with that. I'm not saying like explain it. But I'm saying like now, but all now of a sudden she sees it in the heat
Yeah,
of the
you see
moment.
that mark out of nowhere. Like, I,
Like I can get everything you're saying, and yet again, I struggle with that the whole time I watched it. Like, is it that? That's what I was waiting for the big reveal. Like, are they the same person? Is it the same person? Who's gonna reveal it? Like, who's gonna break the ice on that? Like, are they really twins? Like, I was waiting for the reveal, and it kind of never came. And this is right up your alley, where it's like you love the movies that leave a lot of stuff to imagination, where you could like ponder on and think about it. So it didn't really sit well with me that I had to, I guess, figure it out, but I did wrestle with that the whole time. But I wasn't getting those vibes from this movie at all. At all, I was not getting those vibes. So
Okay.
I guess the actor, yet again, the acting was great on all accounts. All accounts. Everybody seemed like they did really well. And you know what's crazy? The two leading lady actors, his girlfriend and his wife. Yo, for a second I was debating, are they the same person? They looked so similar. Was that weird? I mean, I'm quite sure that was on purpose because they're twins and they brought if the idea they twins and they like the same kind of woman, or if it was
I
the
didn't
same
think they looked
person.
alike at all.
I did. I thought they looked alike. I thought it was very similar, very slim, blonde haired. They looked like to me. But
I mean, people who usually cheat, I mean, IRL, they find someone who looks similar to their partners.
right. And so I was wrestling with the idea, if he's the same person, then obviously he likes the same kind of woman, and vice versa. Oh, that's kind of weird that they're twin brothers and they also kind of like the same kind of woman. So I also wrestled with that too. Yeah, I just don't think this was for me. I did not enjoy it.
Most folks would probably tell I like this film a lot. I like when they tell the story behind the scenes and in conversations and things. I think especially in the school scene when he's lecturing, it's easy
Yeah,
sometimes to see that as like filler in the movie because it's like, all right, he's a teacher, I get that. But when he talks about control and things like that, it's important to the narrative itself. And then even the images in the background with the web that was over Toronto,
right,
like you know how, like I said, the Black Widows ensnare their prey. Then you have the big mother spider, which is actually a statue in Toronto, and how his mom is the big spider, and how she is the one calling him out on that and really challenging his ideology behind his career as a professor versus his fantasy as an actor. Then all the small things about like when you said the phone calls, the first phone call when he called, and then his girl picked up or his wife picked up, and the way that she interrogated him. I don't know. I think it's going to be a lot of me just explaining why I like this movie and combating your ideas. But I loved it a lot. I think that we need more films like this that don't really,
I like films that
here's A,
put
B, and C, you
right,
know.
right, and I'm cool with the thought provoking thing. Here will be my I guess main critique then. Then it wasn't put. I'm not saying like it had to, like they had to just tell me straight up it's the same person or straight up they're twins. Like then the thought provoking is cool with me, but then at some point I need better breadcrumbs. Then I need better breadcrumbs because then I wouldn't I like I said the acting was great, so I'm not gonna put the acting out at all. That Jake is the man, but that directing then is just bad.
Well, it's directing and writing then, if you want to call,
Well
if
then
you
yeah,
think it's that bad. So
the directing and the writing. And
in
and the
your
crazy thing
case,
is I really went into this like this is my kind of setting, a dark setting. It's mysterious. Like this is my setting. I really wanted to enjoy this, and then it just got real weird for me.
same's. I tried, man. Like I went in there with open mind. You know me, Cliff. I don't go in there just sitting there saying this movie gonna be dookie right off the bat. Like, I
Okay.
wanted to like it. It's just
Well, I
I
like,
couldn't.
the fractured mind type of stories, the darker stories.
Right.
I would challenge anyone who hasn't watched the movie yet to take some time to really
Yeah.
look at
Yeah.
the things that could be looked as filler in there, like the
Right.
conversations, the way things are shot. As I said, the conversations he has with the person in the elevator,
Right.
the little fantasy he has when the woman that walks by him with the spider face, and then how that mirrors the woman that walked by him afterwards that was in real life. That he looked back at her, and I was like trying to fight that temptation. And as I said, the relationship between spiders and nature with them, and how the woman is seen more dominant in ensnaring the male versus how we perceive things in our reality as humans. And then just take a look at that. As someone who isn't a fan of spiders, I know a lot about them. That's kind of one of the things you just have to, because they're perceived as dangerous. So you learn a little bit more about them
Right.
in that context. So
I would definitely say out of all the movies we reviewed and watched, this one was the most intriguing. So I would definitely love to hear other people's opinion on what they liked on this one. I would definitely say that this one had me fucked up the most. I really was like torn between, do I like it? Do I hate it? Do I like it? Do I hate it? Is this weird? What's going on? What's going on? And then that confusion and that not knowing what the hell was going on led me to just not liking it.
The first time I watched it, I asked myself, what would I do if I saw someone that just looked exactly like me in the movie or something like that? How would I respond to that? And it's probably pretty similar. I'd be freaked out by that.
I'll be
but
freaked out too at
we
first.
know
Yeah.
that like it's with so many like at a certain point, it's with so many faces that can exist on Earth. So it's like a photocopy. And I know you've probably seen people that look like you around before. I know I have.
Right.
But it's always that thing about like the person who's more devious than you are. What would you do if that person is like more dangerous and more sinister than you are? So it made me think about that.
Right.
Anyways,
I definitely agree with that.
looks like we have two different types of Dookie and one good review. I would recommend it for folks who are into his movies, like I said, Arrival or that Cyberpunk
I think I
or
watched
Blade
Arrival.
Runner movie.
Was Arrival? Was that the movie where the alien came down the ship?
Yeah, and then the time is all distorted.
Right. Yeah, I think I've seen that. Yeah, that wasn't bad.
When time was, you could time travel through language. I like that one a lot too. Do you guys have the movie you want to review for next week?
I do. I haven't seen it yet, so we all gonna watch it together. We're gonna find out if it's good or bad together.
All right.
It's Searching. It's called Searching on it's on Amazon Prime. It's on Hulu if you have Stars. So let me pull it up. I can give you a few people who's in there. John Cho's in there for Harold and Kumar. I like that dude. Like to see him in like serious stuff.
Oh, I
So
know
I'm
what this
definitely wanting to check this out. So you seen it?
Yeah. This will be interesting next week.
But yeah, this will be the movie I pick.
I look forward to that. All right, folks. We'll catch y'all next time. Thank you so much for you'll see. Thanks very much for joining us this week. Find us online on Instagram, Twitter, and follow our Twitch too. We're going to be streaming some Dead by Daylight this week now that crossplay is around. So we're interested to see what that does. It may be some Fall Guys. I'll talk to these guys into getting Fall Guys. But
I'm
anyways,
gonna download that on PlayStation.
y'all take care. See ya.